What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Grand Scheme. This is Grant Kahonu here, smoking it down. We're getting ready to hit some arena tonight. Haven't done much at all today, so we are behind and have a lot of ground to make up. Davi Vinicius and Jago Fury, welcome to the stream. How are you guys tonight? It wouldn't be a Grand Scheme live streaming if I did not have to reset the stream immediately because we start off with a red warning video output low. And so typically I have to reset this and that fixes the problem. So we're going to do it again. It's just, it's become part of the show. So give me 30 seconds or less. Alright, we should be back on. Waiting for the signal to come up and see if we are green or still red. Yeah, Thomas, you're telling me I'm pretty far behind. It's been a long day. Had a sick wife and kids, but our signal is green now, so it looks like we are good to go. How is everybody this evening? Actually, need to jump into Alliance Quest here first and knock down some links. This is going to be my first time fighting Luke Cage. They have fixed the evade issue, so hopefully I have no excuse this time, and hopefully I won't get smashed by him. Jago's tired. I'm tired too, man, but not as tired as you, I'm sure. Gotta love it. Ah, don't love that. I've really been working on this intercept, and I get a little overconfident sometimes, and paying for it tonight here. I need to cool that off a little bit. Alright, back to the old playing style. I can't afford to lose any more health on this vision. There we go. Alright. What's up? Check out my channel after this. You just made a channel. Very nice. Ice cold. I will definitely check it out. Seeing at 4 million in Voodoo, 2 million in SL. You've been busy. Good job, man. 300,000 in Voodoo Arena. I don't even know what I think I just passed 2 million in the Star-Lord Arena. Yeah, I was on Joel's live stream a bit ago, and his was a bit choppy too. Not sure what's going on. I'm gonna try to reset this OBS one more time and see if that helps. Alright, it looks like it's still may be having some issues. How is the... Nope, it's green now. So hopefully that's good. How's the sound? I've tried to set up an audio track on the background for the stream. How is that sounding? Is it too loud? Can you guys hear it at all? Ah. What? See, this is the bad part about live streaming Alliance Quest and Alliance War. It just doesn't always go well. It's easy to record the good fights and edit and post videos when you do really well, but when you suck, oh boy. Sound is okay, good. Amin Namazi, welcome to the stream. I think this is my first time seeing you here. It's good to have you. Well, I've got back red on my side here. We're just going to roll with it. If it gets too choppy or too much to handle, then let me know. But for now, we're just going to roll with it. We are still above his regen, so we're just going to... I'm going to try to fight this Rhino, and hopefully that we'll be able to recover this. Unblockable. He hardly took any damage from that. And because I got hit by that unblockable, I didn't get back above 50%. So we'll have to try again next fight. Actually, next fight is Iron Man. Man, I'm just not doing very well here. "24 seconds left. Am I gonna time out on this fight? I've never timed out on this Rhino. That was way too close. No sound in BG. No sound in the background. You know, I'm gonna try to turn off this background music that I've got going, because I'm wondering if that is causing a problem. Maybe if that's taking up too much bandwidth. Maybe that might help it out a little bit. Alright, I'm going to try to reset this one last time after I've turned that music stream off. Couldn't hear it anyway. Okay. You know what I think might be the problem? It says it's green now. I think I have a daughter who is watching Netflix. I wonder if that's I wonder if that's causing problems. I may have to go upset her and kick her off of Supergirl or whatever it is she's watching. But man, this is ugly. This is ugly. I thought surely this would be an easy alliance quest after the fix, and I have just been I have been fighting terribly today with this, and part of it I like to try to tell myself it's because I'm trying a new style and I haven't really got it down yet. Really not the best time to do that in Alliance Quest 6, but really need to get this intercept down for my Labyrinth run. And of course, after I rank Star-Lord up tonight, check out what just popped up. Level Up event. Oh well. Brian R.A., welcome back to the stream, sir. And I am red again. One last time, I'm going to take a break, and then I am going to give up on the red alert. I'm going to go kick off somebody off of Netflix here. So hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, but Dad, I'm watching Supergirl. Okay, don't you know what, CJ? Don't you know that I'm fighting like crap or what? What are you talking about? Time to get in arena. We gotta get this taken care of. Just at 2.5 million actually, so we only have 5.5 million to go in order to hit the 8 million that I'm shooting for. Yeah, if that doesn't fix this problem, then I'm not sure what else to do. Must be maybe a YouTube thing. I already gave you a wrench. What happened to your... Oh, you're using your other account. Hey, Chicken Jerky, T. Ricky is singing your song, man. He's singing your song. Yep, Marco Lopez is turned into Ronin 1979. It's only 4,000 views, are you serious? Oh, look at that, just went green. We're good now. Hopefully the video will smooth out here. I haven't even looked at the view count on that. We definitely need to be promoting that more. I should probably just put a permanent link in the description of my live stream for that chicken attack. Must have been a knockoff. Yeah, I've got a lot more views on some of my COC videos, so it's got to be more than 4,000. The original has 10.3 million. Yeah, that sounds more like it. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, simply search for Chicken Attack in YouTube and watch the video. Your life will be enriched by the experience and you will thank me for ages eternal. See, if I had my own fight song, I would not have just done so poorly in Alliance Quest. Yeah, there is a 10-hour one. That's kind of like, I don't know. Sweet tea is nice, but if you drink 10 gallons of it, you're gonna get sick. Alright, well, who else do we have joining us tonight? Drop a line in the chat and say hello, let us know you're here. Listen to Dirty White Boy by Foreigner when you're in AQ. And Chicken Attack during Alliance War. Sounds like a good combination. Just so the room knows, Gran may not be back if he is telling a child to do something. He will need to ask his wife to do it and then explain why. No, my wife has strep throat today, so she is in bed, and I'm sure she's passed out by now. But typically before 9:30 at night, yes, you'd be correct. Well, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. Drop a line in the chat. Let us know you're here. We'd love to hear from you. I also apologize in advance if you're just joining. We are having some low video output or video output low indication on my end. I've tried to fix that up, but seems I'm not the only one with the problem tonight, with some choppiness in the live stream. So hopefully it's not too much of a problem on your end. Rogue, aka Matt, Man of Master, welcome back, sir. How have you been? Test Echo 2112, good to see you again, sir. Welcome. Hope you're having a good evening. Nerf Brian Grant just subscribed. I wonder who that could be. I think we've got either a Haitian refugee or a Ristic Savage Lord lurking in the background somewhere. Or there is Nerf Brian Grant. Good evening to you, sir. That's a nice, dare I say it, that's a nice pecker you got there. One of the things I would change about Crossbones, if I could change anything, I would make it so that his signature ability, like Nightcrawler, enabled him to trigger Fury or his overdrive more quickly. Sometimes it's really hard to get that one going. Well, we're green now. Stream health, green, looks good. Excellent, so hopefully everything is looking good on your end as well. I'm tempted then to try that music in the background again, but I'll leave that for another day. So I've been contemplating my attempt at Labyrinth, and although Ronan in 1979 is in the stream and he is probably going to shoot me, I think I may postpone it. I want to get in, but with the information of 5.2 leaked coming in the middle of the month, I think I'm probably going to want to use my resources there to get most of that, or as much of that knocked out as I can. And it looks like there's some good 5-star shards coming in that, so that may also give me another chance for Star-Lord. So we may have to put that off for a month. I've been doing some testing. If you've been here the last couple nights, I've tried it with Storm. Tried to fight Red Hulk with Storm. I've also fought him with my 4-star Star-Lord last night. And I can't get more than about 100 and... Well, that was a bad move there. You can't get more than about 170 hits with a 4-star before the second enrage timer activates. And so it's just, I can't justify using 5 or 6 revives per fight because I'm using a 4-star. But the thing is, in those 170 hits, Star-Lord is doing just as much damage as Storm is doing in 250 hits. Ronan just thinks I'm chicken and don't want to do it. He may be right. I just don't want to do it for twice as many units as I can do it if I had my 5-star duped. Gave up on trying to dupe my Voodoo at 2 right now with no time to grind 4 more. Yeah. I was hoping to hit Star-Lord twice. We'll see. If I have time tomorrow to grind, I'll be able to get him, but I never know how Saturday's going to turn out. So we'll just have to see what happens. Let's see. Who do I want to put with him? Let's do this. You get 20,000 for one run, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, if I can use those 5,000 units that are whatever, I know it's probably not going to take me 5,000, but if I can use the units to finish Act 5, less or even a fraction of the units to finish Act 5, Chapter 2, and get the 5-star shards and get lucky and dupe Star-Lord, then I've saved all the units that I otherwise would have dumped into Labyrinth with the 4-star. Now I know that's a lot of ifs, but I think you've known me long enough, Ronan, that I like to plan things out. I like to know that I'm going to be successful before I undertake an endeavor. Or an endeavor and undertaking. Which one do you do? Do you endeavor an undertaking or undertake an endeavor? Aaron Dakin, welcome to the stream. How are you this evening? Don't speak. I know what you're saying, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me because it hurts. What kind of points does 3, 5, 50, 4-stars get you? It depends on the opponent at this point. You can see right here, Star-Lord, he got 10-6. I would say averaging about 12,000 each if you get a good matchup. He does not want me to parry him. There we go. Still don't have a rank 5 yet. It'll come. It'll come. It just takes time. You undertake an endeavor. Thank you, sir. Saving 10 4-star crystals. Try to get Mordo and Voodoo. Mordo and Voodoo. Is saving 10 going to give you a better chance? I mean, if they're in the 4-star crystal now, I mean, your chance is per crystal, not per 10 crystals. So, I don't know if that's going to increase your chances or not. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that do that. Oh no, no comparison to what a 5-star gets. Even a 5-star at rank 1 level 25 is going to get you 17,000 points. Spreading the word of the chicken. You are the chicken evangelist. And where is CJ? CJ, you have a few disciples in the chat here. You should bestow your blessing upon them. Rising up, back on the streets, did our time, took our chances. I almost feel like I have to convince Ronan somehow that my logic is justified. Otherwise, I'm gonna cave into the peer pressure. Gonna end up going into Labyrinth and blowing a ton of units. Cyberwolf Boy, good evening, sir. How are you tonight? It makes sense to you and Ristic. Okay. Well, there you go. Is regen considered a debuff on map 5, lane 7? Well, regen is not a debuff. Degen is a debuff. I'm trying to think what lane 7 is on map 5. Could those, well, I guess what section? What section in map 5? If you're just joining, welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching. I'd appreciate it if you would drop a line in the chat and let us know you're here. Oh, they're debuff immune. Well, that means your opponent is debuff immune. So you won't be able to armor break, parry, poison, bleed, anything like that. Well, if nothing else, Cyberwolf Boy, you are persistent, sir. I'm not sure everyone has the talent to sing that song, CJ. It takes a special kind of person to be able to yodel that kind of beauty. Spamming doesn't get you a wrench, but what it does is show you what the wrench can do. That's almost a deeply philosophical statement if you think about it. Or maybe it's just the hydrocodone I took this evening. I don't know. Could be. You're good, Cyberwolf boy. I like you being here. I appreciate that you're here. You're welcome anytime. But like I say every other night, I'm not handing out any more wrenches right now. Once we start averaging more than about a dozen viewers, then I'll start handing out some more. Tonight I don't think is the night because that sly devil Brian Grant is streaming an hour early, and so I'm sure a lot of people are jumping in his stream. Yeah, she's doing well. She's doing well. Thank you for asking. Um, she's out of the woods and home with her kids, so yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking when when your siblings start having problems with that. It's a reminder of your own mortality. She's only 45, so that's not very old to be having a stroke. Miss the days when a doctor would just subscribe you muscle relaxers and Vicodin for a headache. Yeah, they're really cracking down on that stuff now. Confucius say, fall asleep with itchy bum, wake up with smelly finger. Oh, I hear that that's not the only thing that causes smelly finger. Well, if you're just joining, welcome to the stream. Drop a line in the chat and say hello. Confucius was a wise man, yes. I used to know a lot of those Confucius sayings back in the day. Confucius say, no, Brian Grant saved the world. So were you guys able to get your Alliance quest off all right? We were a little concerned. We've got an entire battle group in our Alliance that is, well, I guess 8 out of the 10 are based in Europe and Africa. And so by the time Alliance quest came back up, it was midnight where they were, and most of them were already sleeping. We were really concerned about that throwing the entire Alliance off. Because originally they didn't even announce the 30-minute timers. They were just going to push back the end time for Alliance quest. And I think we're catching up now. Brian R.A. still here. Good to know, sir. What are you doing tonight? Are you hitting arena? Anybody going to see the Wonder Woman movie this weekend? I think I'm going to try to find some time to take my daughter to see it. Maybe tomorrow night. After we eat brisket, got to get up early and throw a brisket on the smoker. I think it's got to be on there for 10 hours. Any brisket lovers in the house tonight? I'm gonna wait for the Russians to make it available and hold my computer files for ransom. There you go. My son showed me an app. I can't remember what that was called. That has like like the Chinese releases and stuff, but it subtitles so you can watch these movies when they're released in the theater on your tablet or whatever, but you got to watch it in subtitles. I watched Captain America: Civil War that way. Yeah, it's been. I used to smoke quite a bit, um, but it's probably been 3 or 4 years since I've smoked anything, meat wise, anyway. Um, and so I was planning on doing it last weekend. I went and got the brisket and had everything ready, and then realized, yeah, I gotta eat in 6 hours. This thing is not gonna be ready. So I went and got a pork loin instead. Smoked a pork loin last week. And so got the brisket all rubbed down tonight. Gonna get up at 6 a.m. and throw it on the smoker. And then enjoy some brisket for dinner tomorrow. Should probably check in and see if my node is available in Alliance Quest. Oh, come on. Off to bed. It's still early. The night is young and it's Friday night. Alright, man. Have a good night, though. Yeah, I'm making myself hungry thinking about it. Gonna have to make do with some cold pizza for the evening, though. Greg the Great, welcome, sir. How are you? Trying to make some progress towards Star-Lord tonight. Got a lot of ground to cover. Not quite to 3 million, and I need to make it to 8. 8 is the goal. What kind of smoker do I have? I don't know what brand or anything is. It's just a big barrel smoker. So it's like a 55-gallon drum for the main chamber, and then it's got a little smoker box on the side. So I do grilling in the main chamber and then use the side box for smoking. I used to have a gas grill and then one of those little upright what are they called, trash can smokers. And my wife found this one at a garage sale. Just looks like a big old 55-gallon drum sitting on its side. And when the gas grill went out, I just decided I don't even want to get another gas grill. I enjoy grilling on this thing. I enjoy the smoking with it. It's definitely it takes more work. You can't just go out and just you know turn on the gas and push a button and throw burgers on the grill. You gotta wait for the coals to light and ash over and everything, but it's well worth it. I think it's much better than cooking on gas. Ifs or excuses? Trying to figure out what you mean there. If I'm making any excuses and letting Drax beat up my Spider-Man. I promise there's nothing subconscious about that. The fact that I don't like Spider-Man and enjoy seeing him get beat up, even if it's myself playing Spider-Man. Well, if I'm live tomorrow night, I'll bring some brisket in and share it with all of you. You can watch me enjoy the brisket. All right, CJ, when's your labyrinth run start? I am not in Texas. I'm in Kansas, actually. You have more excuses than a wife on the night of her husband's birthday. See, this is why I come here. I can count on you guys for the encouragement. I start making too many excuses, and then you can remind me, no, you just need to do it. You know what? Let's just go do Labyrinth right now. I mean, I was watching Bobbin's videos earlier today just to see because he used a 4-star. I wanted to see what he did, how his 4-star Star-Lord did, and I applaud him. A lot of respect for him doing that and finishing it. But I mean, he revived and revived and revived on Red Hulk, and I just really don't want to have to revive that much. I think he used like something like 6 or 7 thousand units. You're not in a rush now that I'm a quitter. What kind of wood do you use? Kind of a food dork, so it's interesting. No, hey, no problem, man. Um, we went to the farmer's market last Saturday and picked up a pretty good sized bag of cherry wood for $5. So I usually like to use hickory or apple. This is the first time I've smoked with cherry, and the pork loin turned out really well. So I'm kind of excited to see how the brisket turns out with it. I don't know if it's going to be as good for beef, but that's what I'm going to use. We'll see how it does. Not in any rush now that you're a quitter. Maybe I will just do it without telling you. That way you can't finish before me if you don't know I'm doing it, right? Alan Wagner, welcome to the stream. How are you tonight, sir? Thinking about giving up on voodoo. Don't give up, man. Don't give up. I think about giving up on my kids all the time too, but my wife tells me that's not an option. I mean, the good thing is, even if I don't get Star-Lord one of these times, it shouldn't take me too long to get him to 99. I mean, he's at 60 now, and I've only ever pulled him one time. And I don't know, CJ, how long ago did I actually pull Star-Lord? It wasn't that long ago. I think I awakened him maybe 3 months ago, maybe. And everything else that's on him is from Signature Stones. I don't know what you're talking about, CJ. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, Greg. I love my kids. I love my kids. But I've got five. My oldest is he'll actually be 20 years old this month, at the end of this month, and my youngest will be 5 in December. And as much as the little kids can be tiring, teenagers are they're brutal. they're brutal. You know, when you're a teenager, and some of you guys in the stream, I don't know how old you guys are. Some of you might be teenagers, but when you're a teenager, you think, "Am I gonna survive these years?" And it turns out that you do. Then you grow up and you have your own teenagers, and then you begin to think, "Am I gonna survive these teenage years?" And I'm not sure yet that you do. So I hear that you do. Tell my mom it's not too late for an abortion. I think they call it something else after you've been born and lived a number of years. Alan Wagner understands you must have teenagers yourself, sir, or have had teenagers. No, I love all my kids. Love all my kids. Doesn't mean I don't want to strangle them. Of course, that's exactly what my wife says about me, so there's that. Oldest is 34, youngest 12, 3 girls. Wow. You've got a larger gap there than I do between your oldest and your youngest. Is that 22 years? Very nice. How often does your oldest? How often do you call your oldest and say, "Come pick up your sister"? One boy, one girl. Very good. Yeah, I've got. See, we've got a blended family, so it's mine, hers, and ours. So we've actually got. I have my son, like I said, will be 20, and then her son will be 19 this year. Who am I looking for? Where's Black Panther? There he is. And then my daughter will be 17 this year, and then we've got two together, 4 and 6. Kobe24, welcome back to the stream, sir. How are you tonight? Pulled a Nightcrawler out of a PHC. Congratulations. I pulled an Iron Man out of a PHC. Not nearly as impressive, but congratulations to you, sir. Should you rank up Nightcrawler or Quake? Do you need an offensive champion or a defensive champion? That's the big question. Both of them are excellent champions, and I think you should eventually rank both of them. So the question is, which one do you need more immediately? Nerf Brian Grant, I think so. At least I used to think so. I was barely an adult when my first kids were born, and took a lot of it for granted. So with the younger ones, I don't take so much for granted. So I think that in that sense it is easier. You appreciate it more. You enjoy that time more. But on the other hand, it's more difficult because I am older and maybe a little bit more grouchy. So and then of course the younger ones, because their siblings are all teenagers, they think they're teenagers too. Gives it an interesting dynamic. When you're in your teens and 20s, you worry about what people think of you. In your 30s and 40s, you don't care what they think. In your 50s and 60s, you realize they weren't thinking of you in the first place. Yep. That's pretty accurate. I would agree. Well, I've had a few more people jump on. If you're just joining, welcome to the stream. Just hitting the Star-Lord Arena here and shooting the breeze. Talking about kids right now. Are you grinding Arena? Let us know. Do you have kids and you want to talk about them? Let us know that too. Either way, say hi in the chat. Yeah, Ronan needs to answer that for you, CJ. I don't know. I don't have Hood. I think Hood is going to be a better offensive champion. Mordo is better prestige. I think you've got plenty of offensive champions, don't you? Well, offensive rather than offensive. Your champions are offensive. Mondo. Not going to replace X-23. One of these days I'll get a Hood. Do you place all Mystics on defense yet? I don't think so. You should rank up that Mordo and make it all Mystic, an entire Mystic defense. Greg DeGrade, I have 54 4-stars and still don't have Star-Lord. Really annoying. Also never got Strange when he was good, BW when she was good, Scarlet Witch, Vision Hulk. So are you still missing all of them? I still don't have Abomination, if that makes you feel any better. I don't have several of the newer champions, but as far as like older champions, I think Abomination is the only one I don't have. '90s Cyclops, Blue Cyclops, I don't have him either. X23 sucks. She was dead before I even joined AQ. Yeah, she's lousy like that. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That you don't have any of those. I mean, I guess on the bright side, you're not really missing a whole lot anymore with a few of those. But Vision, yeah, Star-Lord, Vision, and Hulk are still very valuable. Vision was my first rank 5 4-star. Like him a lot. Well, if you're just joining the stream, drop a line in the chat and let us know you're here, please. Yeah, maybe I should put a condition on my labyrinth run. I don't know. Maybe it's another excuse, another way to get out of it. But let's see. We're at, what am I at right now? 628 subs. Maybe we say if I can hit 1,000. Once we hit 1,000 subs, we'll start live streaming it. I'm starting to try to push the channel more, so that's grown. I think we've added almost 75 in the last 2 weeks. Maybe closer to 100. You have a Tech 4-star Awakening gem waiting for Star-Lord. Got another generic 4-star Awakening gem. Ready for any of those others. So are you grinding for Star-Lord then? I mean, you should have him then by next Thursday, right? Got some lag going. Everything looks good on my end, so hopefully it'll catch up. Ronan says that can be arranged. Now he's off creating 350 secondary YouTube accounts. Yeah, exactly. Come on, Joe Fixit. Let's see what you got. There we go. 5 bleeds, and watch that. Watch that go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See ya. Who said Joe Fixit is bad? CJ, where you at? You couldn't find my channel when it searched for... Who said that last night? I don't understand why that is. I'm going to open up a different browser and try it on a browser that I'm not signed in on. Yeah, his first special is pretty amazing with Deep Wounds Max. Does anybody else have that problem searching for the channel in the search bar in YouTube? Does it not show up? started lagging about 2 minutes ago, or stopped lagging 2 minutes ago. Yeah, I just searched the channel in another browser and it's not coming up there either. I'm gonna have to... I think I figured it out. Okay, so I searched it with spaces, it did not come up. I searched it without spaces and it did come up. So the grand scheme with no spaces. I don't know if there's a secondary option that I can put in there to put like search possibilities or something. But yeah, try it with no spaces and see if that works. No, Mordo doesn't really need the signature stones apart from his prestige. That just increases the amount of energy damage that he blocks. Compensation from YouTube coming your way. Is that a Kabam joke? We're still waiting on compensation there. I think we're going to get a few team revives, not alliance revives, just regular revives for the Alliance War fiasco today. How they roll. Anyway, we're done here tonight. I'm going to check on the channel and see if there's a way that I can make it so that it will find the channel when you search using spaces in the name. Because I know when you put it in, like if you were to type in the URL, it would be youtube.com/the grand scheme with no spaces in the URL. So I'm wondering if that's what the search is right now. The Silent Gamer, can you please be my daddy, I beg? Biologically, I think that would be impossible. But my wife and I have considered adoption, so, you know, I suppose there's always it's always in the realm of possibility, right? So you don't think any compensation for the last month of double evade bug? Feel I'm okay to good player and lost a lot due to that. Yeah. Well, I mean, Kabam Mike, Resident, I don't know if you'd seen this, Resident posted something in the forum regarding that, and Kabam Mike replied to his post, and in that reply, he implied that there would be compensation coming. But I am not holding my breath for anything fantastic. With the 12.0 the 12.0 problems, they did give some pretty decent compensation. So maybe we'll get something good. But I'm not going to hold my breath because in the past they have given us just like regular revives and health potions for problems that have occurred in Alliance Quest. So I mean, they do absolutely no good for us or to us. But I certainly hope they do because at this point I think I have 3 revives right now. We get revives in Summoner Advancement. Some weeks we did not. This last week we didn't get enough. We didn't score high enough. So I've only got 3, maybe 3 or 4 revives left. And after that, if we don't get any more, I'm going to have to start using units. And those things are not cheap. If you mess up, I mean, I don't remember with the level 1, what is that, 180 units or something? But the next one up, level 2, is 365 units. And it's not like you can just revive one champion. You've got to revive your whole team for 365 units. Let's see. Just got a message. Looks like I am clear in Alliance Quest, but I don't think that node really needs to go down right now because nobody's waiting on me. I probably could have taken it anyway. Now that I think about it, I usually do take that node linked because the link is just an incoming poison, and I use vision anyway. Andre Duran, should I rank up Civil Warrior? Who are your other tech options? Even though I think Civil Warrior is better than he was, I still don't think that he's going to be a top choice for a tech. Speaking of Civil Warrior, I did find today that he gains... what he does now, he converts some of the armor up buffs that he gets when he uses a special, I think. If I remember correctly, I think it's when he uses a special. It converts the armor up buff to a permanent armor up. And one of the abilities that he has and has had is that he lowers the ability accuracy of his opponent based on how many armor ups he has. And so I was fighting him on a power gain node. I used magic and used her second special to power lock him. He had two armor ups, and then one of the permanent armor. And he canceled her power lock. She did not power lock him or drain him, and I ended up getting a third special from him. So he can be annoying, but I do think that there are better options for tech champions if you've got them. Off the top of my head, Star-Lord, Ultron, Vision, and even Rocket here, I think, would be should be ranked before Civil Warrior. And Yondu, and maybe even Nebula. So yeah, he's down the list. Yeah, he can with enough armor, with enough. How would you say that? Armor's up, or armor ups? I suppose that might depend on if you're British or American. Come on, use your special. She's not going to. Test 4 Echo. Be back in a bit. Alright, man. Just have Ultron at 440. So you're looking at taking one more up to 440? Or are you talking ranking to 550? Srivardhan, welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh boy, this might be interesting. A lot of mystics here. Hopefully we don't get in too much trouble with mystic dispersion. Yeah, absolutely. Ultron for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Well, Ultron for sure if you don't have Star-Lord or Vision. If you've got those two, then it's going to depend on what you need. Hey, you're welcome. You're very welcome. And you are welcome here. Well, thank you, Sri. I appreciate that. I hope that I'm saying your name correctly. Well, this person doesn't seem to have mystic dispersion, or at least not much in it, so we should be good. As long as this magic doesn't proc limbo like crazy. Well, she's 3 for 3 now. 4 for 4. So this should probably a pretty high signature level. 5 for 5. There we go. Chidabem Ike Osagwa. I'm sure I just butchered that name. So on tech class, Star-Lord is the best. Then you rank Vision above Ultron. No, I wouldn't say that. Star-Lord is the best in the game when it comes to long fights. As long as you are not a player who has to rely on regeneration. I mean, you can drag on a fight forever if you need to with a good regeneration champ, but typically for long fights against high health bosses, Star-Lord is going to be the best in the game. Star-Lord is not the best in the game for every aspect of the game, though. So, for example, I tell people if you're going to do a legend run, don't use Star-Lord if you have another option, because you want a champion with a high attack immediately, and Star-Lord is going to take 20 or 30 hits, depending on his signature level, to get past some of the very high attack champions. You've also got Ultron and Vision. They're immune, double immune champions, and so they're going to be useful for bleed and poison paths. If you need a regen champion, Ultron is great for that. If you need a power control champion, no one is better than Vision for that. So I mean, it depends on what you need. All three of those are excellent champs, and they all three excel in different aspects of the game. So I can't really rank them. Although if I'm being honest, my number one desire for a 5-star right now happens to be Star-Lord. So, but again, only because I want to get in the Labyrinth, and he is the best option for that. Legend run now, I think, is Storm and Gwenpool. I don't have a Gwenpool. You just got drunk crazy in Alliance Quest? I'm just getting beat up by Hawkeye because I'm reading your comment and not paying attention to my screen here. What sig level is your Star-Lord? How much increased attack does he get? He is signature 60 right now. I have not seen the Vulture picture that's going around. Are you saying a MCOC picture? Yeah, I'll pull him up, Ristic, here in just a minute, and I'll show you. If yours is signature 80, his signature, I mean, he's going to increase attack by more than mine does, because that does not change by rank. His base attack will change when you rank him up, but his signature increase won't change by ranking up. No, I have not seen an MCOC picture. The only things I've seen have been Carnage and Punisher. Ice Cold Gaming, welcome back. You can tweet it to me if you got Twitter. You can check my Twitter down in the description of the video, of the live stream here. So if you want to tweet a picture, I can check it that way. Okay, yeah, let me know when you send it. We'll check it out. Can you check my YouTube channel? Just started. Yeah, I said I'd check it when I'm done here. I can't really get you subscribers. I can let people know, just as you just did, to check it out. But I think I'm no professional at this, no expert, but I think the way that you get subscribers is by putting out content. You need to get a presence going, and the people start noticing your channel. The attack increase is 42.12. I said I'd check that and then I didn't, so I apologize for lying to you there. This is the last fight on this series, so I'll check him out here just as soon as we're done with Rhino. Sure, you do map 6, we do map 5. Ultron is by far the best chance. Yeah, I really enjoy Ultron on map 6 as well. Although today I am not doing well at all on map 6. Oh, I guess Hawkeye was not the last fight. One more fight here. Kingston WU, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I don't mind taking a look at your account if you can give me a few minutes. We're just about done running through the champions here in Arena. Alright, Star-Lord. At signature 60, his attack increases by 53.98. And what did you say yours was? Increase by 42.12? And yours is a signature 80? I didn't think that that went up when you ranked him. Let me go back and see. Rank Force signature 80. Well, that surprises me. I did not think that the signature level increased, or a signature potency, I should say, increased when you ranked up. Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, I got the tweet. I just wanted to finish those fights. Let me check it out here. Oh, very nice. Here, let me pull that up on the channel there. Show you what what we're looking at. Now, where did this come from? So you can see Spider-Man and Vulture. Do you know where that picture came from? Obviously, somebody tweeted it here. But if it was an MCOC mod, I would think that I would have got a notification somewhere on that. Or is that Marvel? Is that MCOC or is that Marvel Future Fight? I'm kind of getting behind on the chat here. Let me see. Doing arena battle, 895 Gwenpool beat a 1995 Doc Strange. Yeah, Gwenpool is very, very good. Thank you, Kingston. I appreciate the compliment. $78.1 on Star-Lord. Should I use an Awakening Gem on Scarlet Witch, Thor, Classic Daredevil? If that's a 4-star Awakening Gem, if it's a generic one especially, I think I personally might wait on that. But out of those champions, Thor, Daredevil, or World War II would be my choice if you were to do it. So one of your friends in the top 300 alliances, is that, are you saying they posted this picture somewhere? Okay, well, yeah, it looks cool. I mean, we know he's coming when the movie comes out. That's next month. I mean, that's a month away, but yeah, it's coming. We know that. Yeah, Kingston, I will. I've got 2 more fights. I got to finish these 2 fights. I don't want to use him. Yeah, I hope that they do a good job with Vulture. I think he is he has a potential to be another Archangel type character. I mean, not just because they have wings, but maybe just because they do both have wings. I don't know. I just fought this guy. Welcome to YouTube. Well, thank you. It's good to be here. We have had a few more jump on. If you're just joining, welcome. You can drop a line in the chat and say hello. Ice Cold Gaming. That is your IGN? You know you want to see Ronan and Joe Fixit in a cage fight. Yeah, Gwenpool has a pretty good bleed. Get your deep wounds maxed and she'll be even more impressive. Alright, one more, and man, we are back to 4 energy and Alliance Quest. I'm going to have to burn those pretty quickly, too. Yes, I do have 5 out of 5 on deep wounds. I was able to max that out with the Rockets quest. And just picked up 5 more carb cores today, and have not yet committed to suture or anything else at this point. I still have some scrap left. I imagine they might give us some more scrap before the thing's over with, so I'll wait until the last day before I use whatever's left. I may pick up a couple stony cores. Her L2 is getting blocked every time now. Kingston, I have not forgotten about you, sir. Be patient. Told you I wanted to finish out this round in Arena. Logan Ronan is this guy's name here that I'm fighting. Logan Ronan. He was confused, or maybe indecisive, didn't know which one he wanted to have as his name. Two champions that Chicken Jerky is a fan of. Yeah, I've only had problems with 2 champions connecting their specials after a 5-hit combo, and that's Captain Marvel, which I guess would extend to Miss Marvel too, and actually Superior Iron Man, his L2, I've had a problem a couple times. I don't know about... I imagine that would mean Iron Man would have the same problem, but I haven't noticed it with him. Maybe just because I haven't used his L2. Alright. I'm going to scroll back up. Kingston 143935. Four-star Cable. He's another one that I don't have yet. He's pretty good. For some reason, I mean, he's not a particularly difficult champ to fight, but for some reason I do have difficulty fighting him. I don't know why it is. Yeah, Ultron's second special has never been one to connect easily. Even if they're stunned, I usually can't hit the button fast enough to get it off before they, the stun wears off. I have to evade as they dash and hit the special attack button as they're in the process of their dash forward. Having a problem with Wolverine's second special connecting. Ice Cold, I did duel you the other day. I remember looking for your username there, your in-game name, Gold Swords 2. What was that? Guardian's use. Where are we at in Perfect Series? Getting there. Alright, I need to burn some energy here. Chicken Jerky, watch your language. Look at that Alliance chat. Shame, shame. Alright, this is Iron Man. I'm going to have to use some... I'm going to have to heal up some. I hate to do this. But that's what Glory's for, right? Outlast, Adaptive, Optimist, blah blah blah. Iron Man. Magic would tear him up. Look at all those buffs. $115 hits. That's just crazy. Let's see. 4 hits then special normally doesn't fail. Yeah, you said that the other night. I've never really done that. I need to, I guess, try that more often. Honestly, I never even use, I shouldn't say never, I rarely ever use anything besides Ultron's first special. Because he does his most damage with specials when you can cauterize bleeds, and the bleeds just don't last long enough to get more than 1 bar of power. So I just bleed as much as I can and then use that first special. Hey, you're welcome, Kingston, no problem. Who would win in a 2 versus 2? Star-Lord and Vision, or Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch? I think you asked me something like that the other day too, and my answer was, which ones am I fighting with? Hey, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit, Kingston. I appreciate it. Have a great night, man. I didn't even realize the boss was down. Who took that guy down? Chicken Jerky. Start calling you Boss Hog. Who is this first one? Node 82. Who is that? Let me check. That's a Rhino. And then a Juggernaut. Well, we can take the Rhino, I think. Energy resistance and physical resistance and poison. This is going to be a fun one. How many points to get Star-Lord? Hatake 54, welcome to the stream. I think that Star-Lord is probably going to be about 6.5. I am shooting for 8. I don't need that much. I better do it, just to be safe. This section 3 is usually the toughest part. Add you as a friend on MCOC. I don't typically add people as a friend in-game too often. I don't use the game as a means of communication too much. Alright guys, give me a minute. I'm going to fight this Rhino. He does not want to use that special. Ah! That Rhino was actually a whole lot easier than the one I just fought in Section 2. That surprises me. No, it was not the best day one. I did not fight well at all. I'm not sure who takes the middle path here, but it looks like we're going to be waiting now. lagging pretty bad again. Use Gwenpool against every champion class except champions that are bleed immune or mutant. Yeah, she's really nothing special against champions that can't bleed. Yeah, I've been having plenty of bad days, but what I've found is you settle into a particular style of playing that works for you. And then when you try to change up that play style, when you try to learn a new technique of playing, there's a learning curve, and you make mistakes. And so that's where I've been. I've really been trying to get the 4 hits, back off, intercept down, and I can do that pretty regularly, but I have a habit of anticipating the interception and then trying to intercept when they're not actually coming at me, and then I end up either taking a special or getting hammered. So, for the heck of it, because we need to get into the practice of fighting this guy, I think we're going to go in and play around with Red Hulk for a little bit. And I think I'm going to take Storm tonight and see how she does. And then we'll wrap up the stream with opening a few crystals and see if we can get lucky tonight. I was fighting him a little bit earlier this afternoon and intentionally pushing him up to a second special so I can work on evading that. Getting better at it, but in order to, don't want to say guarantee, but in order to have a very good chance of evading, you've got to be far enough back, and it makes it harder really to counter the special. So I still don't want to push him up that high often, but I want to be able to do it reliably just in case I do get him that high. Yeah, the 4-tap and parry, that's usually what I do. And you saw me doing that with Vision against Iron Man. But you can't do that in Labyrinth. You're going to take a lot of damage when you do it, and then you can only do that, 5 to 8 times maybe before you just can't parry anymore from that limber. So, I mean, you've really got to fight Labyrinth, most champions, as if they're stun immune, and use stun and parry only as a backup when necessary. And so I'm really trying to fight every champion without using parry, and that backfires a lot. You need to get that 4-star SL from Guardian Crystal unless you want to grind next arena. Yeah, that's it. That was my intention, getting in both arenas, but I'd love to get him from that crystal. That would make life a little bit easier, and I could go for Voodoo. So, see, 4 hits, back off, intercept. And then once he has a bar of power, you bait the special. 1, 2, 3, 4, back off, intercept. But I didn't intercept quick enough that time. But now that he's got a bar of power, I'll bait the special. And this is going to push him to L2, but so here's another opportunity to bait this. So really got to be back further for Red Hulk. But then I can't counter. So then I'll 1, 2, 3, 4 and back off again. 1, 2, 3, back off, intercept. One, 2, 3, 4, back off, intercept. And typically, I mean, if I was using Star-Lord here, I would not bother pushing him up that high, but Storm, I really need to get his power meter higher for her to be effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, back off, intercept. And see, then it doesn't work because I anticipated that too quickly, and he punched her in the jaw. So he did it again. So that's really where I'm messing up. Is I'm trying to hit that intercept too quickly. Well, the problem with that is that I only have a 3-star Gwenpool, so that would not work very well. He would be at his second enrage timer in, well, no time at all. Alright, so that's Storm. Let's try one time with Star-Lord. And you can watch how quickly this enrage timer drops. It is really a huge difference between the 5-star Storm and the 4-star Star-Lord. Now, of course, his attack is a lot lower. So he's only 1524 attack right now. So if I ran Suicides, I might be able to get him to 2000, but I'm not even sure about that without using boosts. Got lucky on that one. See, that was an emergency parry. I don't want to do that often. See, his first enrage timer is almost halfway gone already, and I'm only at 40 hits. Come on. And now, just doing this, we're just wasting that enrage timer. And we got to just bait that special so long. And there's the first enrage timer, 100 hits in, actually about 99. Ah! We had a good streak going, decent streak, 140 hits. But one mess up. See, a 5-star Star-Lord maybe could have survived that. He hit us 3 times. But almost 400,000 damage and 130 hits, something like that. So, anyway, that's the method, the rhythm that I'm trying to establish here. And as long as I can keep that going, then we should. I mean, if I had a 5-star, I'd be able to solo him. But I mean, you saw the timer just dropping. Um, I could have gotten him below 1 million on this, and so if I played him perfectly, it would still take me 2 or 3 revives to beat Red Hulk with this 4-star Star-Lord if I can't get that enraged timer to go longer. Let's see. Should I use an Awakening Gem 4-star Star-Lord? I don't think you would regret it. But yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if you can get him in arena, save your gem. But I used an Awakening Gem on my Star-Lord, and 59 signature stones so far. What do you mean if 4 hits back up will hurt with Star-Lord? If I don't do 4 hits and back up, it's harder to intercept, and then I'll be parrying more. That's going to hurt more, I think. Third special might give more hits, but second special does more base damage. I think the third special gives 1 more hit. Naru cast start, 6 million for Star-Lord. I'm shooting for 8 million. I think probably 6.5 is going to be closer to the cutoff. But I'm shooting for 8. I would not personally feel comfortable with 6 million. Alright, let's pop some crystals and see if we get lucky. Is today the day? I think I'm going to hold on to my map crystals this time around. Is today the day we get lucky and get something good out of a Guardian's crystal? Four-star Star-Lord, anyone? I have not. No, Ristic. I am going to mess around with my masteries and see what I can get out of them, but I don't want to change masteries yet because I have to wait until tomorrow at least. Because tomorrow is tech day, and I need tier 2 tech catalysts to rank my 3-star Yondu so I can finish testing with him, and then I will switch up masteries after that. Yeah, I think the only way that he's going to get that high is if I run suicides. There he is. It's just teasing me now. 2 4-stars and then a 2-star Gamora between 2 3-star Star-Lords. It's just teasing me. Star-Lord for me has been the most elusive character in this game. Besides Abomination. And I don't care about Abomination. I probably just made him cry, but that's okay. Big crocodile tears. Nobody loves him. Speaking of Abomination, hey there. Well, 1 max signature ability crystal. We'll take it. I need to get a 3-star so I can get a 4-star. I am 36 shards away from a 4-star. Anywhere I can get 36 4-star shards? Well, we'll have that tomorrow, I think, when we finish up Perfect Series. Sometime tomorrow or Sunday morning, we'll have a 4-star ready to go. Only pulled Star-Lord once using an Awakening Gem, and yep, that's exactly what I've done. Used a generic Awakening Gem on him, I think. Yeah, it was a generic Awakening Gem and 60 Tech Sig Stones so far. So yeah, the game doesn't like giving me the Tech champions that I want, so I have to grind Arena for them. Speaking of which, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. As always, you've made the grind a little bit more enjoyable and definitely a little bit less painful, and for that I appreciate you. So that's going to do it for me tonight. Until next time, maybe tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night I'll see you if you're available. So until next time, this is Grant Kahonu, smoking it down. Catch you later. Thanks, guys.